Guys, it's Jen. It is Monday afternoon, and I'm going to do a story time on my near death experience. So, like I was saying prior, my life, it's nothing really interesting, but I've had a lot of experience in my days, a short time I've been here on Earth. So, almost 2 years ago, I was living in a shelter. I had prior to getting there, I had an extremely bad addiction to heroin, which started with pain medication that was prescribed to me, and just snowball effect into my nevers becoming true. So I was staying at the shelter. I had two of my children with me, my two daughters, my oldest and my youngest. I had gotten on methadone because I didn't know what to do, and I was tired of running the streets. So I was staying at the shelter, and my youngest daughter's father had come in the morning to bring me a new carriage we had purchased for the baby. Um, the place I was living, didn't really have great streets or paving or anything. It was kind of a lower income area. So I was super excited. I hadn't used in months. I was on methadone, but at that point, I was still really tired of being on a substance, and I felt like I was almost caught in this vicious circle where I was never going to be able to free myself from this. So I was looking into rehabilitation centers because I was just tired, guys. Um, so yeah, so I get a call early in the morning, and it's my daughter's father, and he saying to me that he was outside and he has my stroller. So I was in the basement. We were in the basement. There is a men's shelter upstairs from us, and we all would go into the same common area to smoke and whatever. So I go out the back door upstairs, get my stroller. I remember speaking with my daughter's father, getting the stroller, being extremely excited to finally be able to move without restriction. And I hadn't brought my cigarettes up for some reason or another. I don't really know. Um, there was a young man standing to my left, and I said to him, "Do you have another cigarette?" He said, "No, I don't, but if you like a couple drags of mine, that'd be fine." I said, "Okay, great, thank you." So when he handed me the cigarette, it was a rolled cigarette, which, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I took a drag and I immediately knew whatever, it didn't taste like tobacco. Um, so I'm not really sure to this day what it was that he gave me or what was in the cigarette, because I said, what is that? It tastes really disgusting. And he's like, "It's cigarette." I don't believe it. I don't know. So I was like, "Well, I'm good. Thank you, though." So I do remember going around the front with my carriage because I couldn't get in the back door. I remember going up the stairs of the Y. I remember walking in the front door. I remember exactly the people in front of me. It was a younger woman and her daughter who held the door for me. I remember saying hello to the people at the front desk and good morning, as I usually do. The next thing I remember, I don't know whether I passed out or I had a seizure. I'm not really sure. I remember waking up to three EMTs and the head of the program I was in for women with children, and saying, "Oh God, no, no, not now, not this, oh God, oh God, oh God." I don't remember anything after that. The next time I remember waking up is a police officer in the ambulance I was in was asking me questions, and I kept saying to him, "I don't know. I don't know." He was asking me what I was on, if I had taken anything, when was the last time I used anything, and I'm trying to say to him, I didn't take anything. I haven't taken anything in a long time. I'm on methadone. But of course, people are very judgmental. You're living in a shelter. You have a drug history. Well, I have a drug history. And unfortunately, the way the world is, people judge you no matter what. So, if you've never been in somebody's shoes or in their position, I guess it's hard to see from the other perspective. So I apparently lost consciousness again because I don't really remember anything. I don't remember the rest of the ride to the hospital. I remember a few seconds or a few, maybe it seems like an eternity when, everything was going on. But, and then again, I remember waking up at the hospital being extremely angry and yelling and cussing and telling him, fuck you, I don't need to be here, let me out. And then I lost consciousness again. Or I'm guessing I was losing consciousness because I don't remember. Um, the next time I woke up, I was laying in bed. I had this nurse putting heart monitors on me. At that point, I was still very angry and very upset. I didn't know what was going on with my kids. I was so nervous, even though I wasn't on anything, because it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't, and that's just the world we live in. So I proceeded to try to get up, and I told this nurse I don't need these monitors on me. I started taking the monitors off of me, the heart monitors. Nurse was like, "Ma'am, I need you to get back in bed, please. I'm gonna have to call for backup, and they're gonna restrain you." I was like, I want to go home. Where are my kids? Blah, blah, blah. So at that point, I guess she had called for backup. And I was kicking and screaming and carrying on and saying, where are my kids? Where are my kids? All I want are my kids. Help, help, help. Screaming, causing a big scene in the hospital. It took 9 people to restrain me. 9 people. They put me in restraints. And I guess at which point, again, I had lost consciousness. However, this time it was different. When I lost consciousness this time, it was like I had an out of body experience, a near death experience. I remember this warmth, this love, it was an overwhelming sense of unconditional love, and like it was amazing, and it was bright and warm, and the the person, I'm going to say he because this is what my feeling was, that he who was with me, um, was showing me things in my life and showing me people. And then I was also shown, into my future. Because at this point I had hit really a low point, I feel like. And I guess I had felt very hopeless that I was going to be stuck in a vicious cycle of being on some sort of substance because I couldn't stay clean, because my soul was just so overwhelmed with past events that I had never talked about and never released, that I guess I just felt hopeless because I just kept self-medicating and I didn't know how to stop this, and I wanted better for my children. So whoever he was with me, I don't know. It was just a warm, unconditional, loving entity of some sorts. Okay? So, he proceeded to show me, that I was going to get everything in life, that I was going to be okay. And I remember, and not even speaking this, he did not speak to me. It was all almost telepathic, I want to say, how messages were being relayed. So he says to me, it's going to be all right. You're going to make it this time. And so at that point, he says to me, are you ready to go back? In which my response was no, because I felt no pain. I felt no humanly feelings. I just felt an overwhelming sense of love and compassion and peace. But as soon as I said no, he said, it's your time to go back. Everything is going to be okay. And like that, I was back in my body and awake. However, this time, I felt good in my decisions. I felt firm in my decisions and knew what I was doing. And guys, I really have to let you know, honestly, everything is all right. And I don't want to freak anybody out, but everything I saw that was going to come to me has come. So that was my near-death experience, guys, and I hope you all enjoyed this story time. I will have many more to come, and if you like this, like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see more of you guys. Bye!